Hello everyone. Today we're learning Mציעא, Daf Tes. We're starting from Daf Ches Amud Beis from one line up, Toshma. So we were discussing early on, Shmuel said that Roichev and Manig, Roichev means a rider on an animal and Manig the one who leads the animal. One of them is considered a Kinyan. That if you do it, if your friend gives you animal or from Mציעא, that you find a Mציעא and you could do a Kinyan, that's the way you could do a Kinyan. The other one is not good Kinyan and didn't say what, and we worked out that a Noga is better, for sure works. So therefore, a Noga, he says, is Koina and Roichev is not Koina. So the Gemara is trying now to bring Rayas proving that or contradicting that. The Gemara starts with a brayse that it says, now to understand this brayse, there's two types of leading animal. A donkey has its way and it's called a noga, and a camel has its way of leading it and it's called meshicha, pulling it. So the Gemara says, two people were pulling, or manigim, the donkey way, two were pulling the camel, or manigim bechamor, by a donkey, or one was pulling and one was doing the anoga. B'midazus, if you did it this way, you're koina. And Rav Yehuda argues and he says, no, you're not koina until you have to do the normal way. Anoga by a donkey and meshicha by a camel. Says the Gemara, we could see from here, it says that one of them was doing meshicha and one of them was doing anoga. That works. The mashma, sitting on it, riding is not kinyan. How did you say before the riding is a kinyan? There's a shit that says there's a kinyan. The could bring a raya that there is a kinyan. So the Gemara, no. Really, riding it is not considered a kinyan. And that it says pulling and hanoga, it's just coming to say, not like Rabbi Yehuda. Rabbi Yehuda says you have to do each one its typical type of meshicha. So the other shit is, no, that you could mix. So the Gemara, if so, why doesn't it say it all together? Why does it say it in two cases? The Bryce uses two cases. Why do you put it in two cases like it says by it should say they both did it together, both types. So the Gemara, no, there is one way that's not koina, meaning anoga by a camel or meshicha by chamor, it doesn't work. And we don't know which one that doesn't work. So that's why we don't want to put it in together to tell you that there's one that doesn't work. Some people ask a kasha from the Sefer of the Bryce, because the Sefer in the Bryce says b'midazu kono. Why is b'midazu that especially like this it's koino? Why is it coming to exclude? It's coming to exclude rochuv. So it's a kasha on Shmuel. Says the Gemara, no, it's coming to tell you that you can't do the opposite. You can't do anoga by a camel and meshicha by a chamor. Says the Gemara, if so, it's like Rabbi Yehuda. Rabbi Yehuda says you can't do the opposite. Says the Gemara, no, there's one side that does work. Or meshicha by chamor, or anoga by camel, even though that's not the typical way, that does work. That's why we changed the lashon. Says the Gemara, come and listen. It says, Echod rochuv chamor, ve'echod toifis b'mesera. Two people come to Bezdin. One is riding the donkey and one is holding where the donkey has on his face, I think it's called reins. And he's holding that. They're kono chamor, they're kono mesera. The one who's riding the donkey is koina the donkey, and the other one is koina the mesera. So we could see that rochuv is koina. So the Gemara here, it's talking about where he was rochuv and he was banging the animal to make it walk, therefore he becomes a manik. and manig's for sure koina. There Shmuel didn't say that you're not koina. Says the Gemara, if so the one who's riding and he's manig with his legs, he should koina the Messiah as well. Says the Gemara, no. Let's say that the one on the donkey is koina the donkey and half the Messiah, and this is koina half the Messiah. Says the Gemara, very good. The person who's riding it is koina half the Messiah that the other person has been das is picking up for him. But the one who's holding the Messiah, what is he koina with? So the Gemara changed. The Gemara says, okay, so he's koina the donkey and the whole Messiah, and he's only koina what's in his hands, the person from the Messiah. So the Gemara, what are you talking about? When did we say that someone could help you do a kinyan when if he could do it for himself, so maybe he could do it for you or not? But in this case where he's magbiya Mציעא for himself and he's not koina, how should he be koina for the rochuv? It doesn't make sense. So the Gemara changes. The Gemara says, yeah, enochinami. One is koina only the donkey and what's on it, and one's koina only what's in his hand, and the rest, no one's koina in the Messiah. So we changed from what we said before. Abo says really like he said that he's koina the donkey and he's koina the Messiah. And you know why? He's koina the Messiah because he could pull off the Messiah. It's as if he's done it already, and therefore it's like he was magbiya. And therefore he's koina all the Messiah by himself, the person who's holding the Messiah. Said the Gemara, but what Rav said is not true. Because if you won't say so, if you have a talis that's on the ground, half on the ground and half on a pole, and one person came and picked up the half that's on the ground and he didn't pull off the pole, and then someone picked it up from off the pole, so really only now it became in the air. So also you're going to say that the first one who picked up the ground is koina and the one who picked up the pole is not koina, because he could have pulled it, the one who picked up the ground could have pulled it off the pole and made that boss it as if he's done already and the other person is too late. It's not true. So it must be that what Rav said is not true, but do say it. Says the Gemara, come and listen, Rabbi Eliezer says, if someone rides in the field and someone who leads in the city, you're koina. So we could see that riding is a kinyan. So the Gemara also here, it's someone he's riding and he's knocking with his leg and he's making the animal move. So the Gemara, if so, it's like leading. Why does it say leading in the field, in the city, and in the field who's riding? So the Gemara, there's two types of leading. So the Gemara, if so, why does someone who rides not koina in the city? He's leading. Says Rav Kahana, because people don't typically ride in the city, so therefore even though he's banging with his legs in the city, you're not koina. So Rav Ashi asked Rav Kahana, that makes no sense what he's saying. If it depends on what people do, let's say on Shabbos, so people don't normally pick up a wallet because it's asked to pick up a wallet on Shabbos, and a person did so he won't be koina. For sure he'll be koina, because he did a kinyan, even if ein darkam shebnei adam to do that. So we'll see here, even the ein darkam shebnei adam to do roichev in the city, why shouldn't he be koina if roichev is a good kinyan? Says the Gemara, here, this over Rabbi Eliezer was talking about not about Mציעא, was talking about where someone sold you something, and on that Rabbi Eliezer said that a rochuv is only koine basana and not ba'ir. And the reason is like what we said before, because it's not a typical way of people to do it. And why does it depend? It's because the person who sold it to him told him, do a kinyan like people normally do a kinyan. So since people don't normally ride in the city, it's not considered a good kinyan, because that's not a normal way to do it. And said the Gemara, certain cases on one base where this thing doesn't apply, that even in the city you could ride a be'ima and be koina. If it's Rishus Rabbim, you're koina, because even in the city in Rishus Rabbim, you don't want the animal to get lost. If you lead the animal with your hand, it might disconnect, so many people going, and you lose the animal, so you ride it. And if it's a chosh of a man, he also doesn't walk with the animal in the city, he goes riding. And therefore he is koina if someone told him be koina like people are koina. And if it's a woman, she's also koina, because it's normal for a woman to ride in the city. And if he's a very low-class person, he also gives a faf and he rides in the city, and therefore it's a good kinyan even in the city. Now we're starting to say a new sugya. Boy Rabbi Loza. What's it in if Reuven told Shimon, Mishoich behema zu liknois kelim shaleh mahu. Pull this behema and be koina, and the Lashon was liknois kelim shaleh, and liknois means that you should be koina the what's on top of it, but you shouldn't be koina the animal itself. We're not asking the shaila if you koina the animal. No, when you're not koina the animal, only the kelim. So now the Gemara asks on the Lashon liknois, Yomar lekni, if he's makne him, he says go be koina. Makne liknois means you try to be koina, but how could you be koina if no one's makne to you? We're just asking on the Lashon, and we say enochanami means pull this beima v'koni kelim sholeh mau. Does the Meshicha help to be koina the kelim or not? So Rava asked Rabbi Loza, why are you asking your shaila, especially when you're not koina the beima, when I'm trying to be koina only the kelim? It seems like that's simple to you. If you're trying to be koina the beima itself, you will be koina. Ask Rava, that's not true. How will you be koina if you koina the animal itself? Because the animal, for sure, you could do Meshicha and be koina. So now you be koina of kinyan chotza. It's like your property, this donkey, and therefore I'm koina the kelim on top. The problem is that it's a chotza that moves. And a chotza that moves, you're not koina. And if you're going to ask me that it's talking about, you're going to tell me it's somewhere when it was standing, and therefore it's not moving. But we know anything that could move, even now that it's standing, it's not considered, it's considered ma'aleches, because it could go on its own walk, so you're still not koina. And said the Gemara, it must be talking about, the Rabbi Loza says his case, that you're not koina the beima, because if you're koina the beima and the beima was tied up, then you'll for sure be koina the bekelim. The shaila of Rabbi Loza could be even when you're trying to be koina the animal, but it's not locked up. So once Rava said this din, Rav Papa and Rav Una, the son of Rabbi Yeshua, asked Rava, the few were you saying that animal you can't be koina because it's chotza ma'aleches? How could you be koina if a ship was going and some fish jumped onto it and landed in the ship? Will they not be koina? They landed in your ship because it's a chotza ma'aleches, because it's moving? You say like animals moving, you're not koina. A ship will also not be koina. So he said, no, a boat's really not moving. It's in one place. The water's moving underneath, but the boat's in one place. So therefore, it's different. So Ravina told Rav Ashi, if a woman was walking in a public place and the husband threw a get into her lap or into a bag, you won't be koina because it's not chotza, because it's ma'aleches. He told him, no, the purse is in one place and she is moving from it. She's the one who's moving, but the purse actually, or the basket, doesn't move from itself. So therefore it's not chotza ma'aleches. But animal that walks for itself, it's not considered a chotza. But the shaila of Rabbi Loza, we're not poishet what's the din. We're done in the sugya of chotza ma'aleches.